Claire from handmade@hudsons.co.uk, and this is the project we're going to be making today. It's a really rather cute box. So this is actually based on an idea that I saw from Amanda Charlesworth's channel, scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and the link is in my blog. So my blog and the dimensions are included in the blog as well, and the link is below. As in is the ingredients video for this, which is linked in below as well. So I am going to use Poppy Parade again, but I'm changing up the DSP that sits behind the characters. So first thing you need is a piece of Poppy Parade, which is 8 15/16, which is slightly less than 9 inches. And then you will need to score it. So I'm using my Simply Score tool here, and I'm going to move this out of the way because this is going to cause chaos. And what you need to do is to take your piece of DSP, card, I'm losing my words today, and I'm going to score it at 3. And I am also going to score it at 6. And then I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to score it at 3 and 6. So essentially it's 3 inches on all 4 sides. And that's the scoring for the box. And then the scoring for the top is, so this piece of paper is 4.5 by 4.5, and I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. On all 4 sides. Uh-oh, might be easier if I score it this way actually, because I have a habit of moving the paper, and I love Poppy Parade, so I don't want to do anything odd to it. Okay, so we scored at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. Right, so let's take this out of the way because we've finished with that now. So I'm going to take my scoring tool. No, it's not, it's a burn folder, and I'm going to fold and burnish all the sides. So there we go, that's all sides on this done, and that's fine. Just make sure that they're well creased, as it will be a box. So I'm just going to go over them again. Then I'm going to take the other piece of card, and I am going to fold and burnish all score lines on here as well. I was debating on doing it in a different colour, but I decided Poppy Parade is gorgeous, it pops, and this way I can have 2 boxes for my 2 nieces that are exactly the same. They are 3 and 5, but by the time we get to Christmas one of them will be 6. So we've got the box, we've got folded and scored on all sides. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut to create the box. So I am going to do the windmill effect. So I'm cutting down one line and those 2 together. Then I'm going to cut down, so this one, and I'll cut down this one, so that way the box isn't too heavy. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along in half and take that off to reduce, and then again I'm just going to turn it around to reduce the amount of box that can be seen. And again I'm going to, and then I'm just going to wedge in slightly on both sides, and again here I'm just going to wedge in here and here. It doesn't have to be that big. I'm just doing this quite quickly, so just make sure, which I'm not overly brilliant at, that you've gone right to the score line, and then wedge in here. It doesn't have to be that big, and I'm just wedging in. So obviously you can take more time than me. I am just speeding this up so this video isn't hugely long. So I'm just going to move all these out of the way. Now these bits of paper you can use for different projects, but this bit need to go into the bin. Okay, so we've got this, and we've created a windmill, and then we're going to put that together like so. Okay, so we've got our box, and then we're going to take our tear and tape, and we are going to add this to our box. Just stick this down. Now of course the other option you can use is Tombow, but you do need something that's quite heavy. So you don't have to watch me putting all these on, I'm going to speed this bit up. Okay, so I've added all the tear and tape, and now I'm just sticking the sides together. And I've probably gone overkill on tear and tape, but I do have a habit of doing that. I just want to make sure that it's stuck together. And because I'm giving these as presents to my nieces, and they are quite little, I wanted to make sure that they stay together. So I am just using my bone folder to make sure that it's stuck down. So there's my little box, which is quite cute. So now for the lid. So the same again, just going to create the windmill shape. So cut down the line. Down the line, and I'm just going to turn around, put down here, and of course if you are not confident using scissors, you can use your bone folder, you can use your scoreboard. So I'm just going to bring in my snips because these are a little bit more manageable with something this size. I'm just going to wedge out slightly. And again here. it slightly. And again, I'm just doing this quickly, so hopefully this video won't be super long, but it may well be, so I do apologise. There we go, and again I'm just going to add some tear and tape. In fact, I might use fast fuse. I do apologise, it's just because it's a little bit of a box. So this is my fast fuse. I'm still using this up because it's quite little. I don't want to be playing with little bits of tear and tape. So again, I'm just going round and connecting these on. I wonder what everyone's using now. There's no fast fuse. So sad. Took me a while to get on, for us to get on. It was a bit of a love-hate relationship, to be honest. I found it a bit difficult. So I'm just using my bone folder again to smooth in. And then, there we go. We've got a lid. She says. With a bit of a wiggle, and there we go. We've got a box with a lid. So the next step is to add the DSP. So for that, I'm going to bring in my DSP, and I am going to bring in my Stampin trimmer. Now I am going to cut a piece of paper which is 2 7/8. I don't know whether that's cut through, it should have done. So I've got 2 7/8, but because it's flocked, it's not gone through at that end. Let's try again. I don't want to push too hard, but I do tend to. There you go, it's got a piece of paper that's 2 7/8. And now again we're going to have another piece of paper which is 2 7/8. I'll do it this way around. So that's 1. It's 2. Nope, it's not 1, 3. It's 2. It's 3. And it's 4. So, oh no, not 1, 3. Does need a bit of a hard push. So I'm going to bring back in my box and I'm going to take the lid off. And then I am going to glue the DSP to the box. So I'm going to use my fast fuse again. You can use snail for this bit. DSP on card is fine for snail. So I'm just going to add these on. there we go. So we've got the DSP on the side of the boxes. I'm going to add the lid back on. So now I'm going to do some paper die cutting. So the piece of DSP which I have chosen to use is this one. So I want to use Santa. So I've already cut out the other shapes from the other piece of paper. So I am just going to quickly cut around Santa so that the die can cut him, but also so that I can still fussy cut around the other items. So the die will cut the Santa, and it will also cut the little elves, and then the other bits I have been fussy cutting or cutting round. So the Santa has some flocking as well, which is very, very cute. So I have got my big shot plates. So I've got my magnetic platform, a plate, my second plate. These plates, although they look quite old, are fine. They work okay for die cutting, not so good if you are cutting vellum or foil, but I do have a new set of plates for if I want to use that. So I'm just going to pop Santa on, and I'm going to pop him through that way, and then I'm going to pop him to the edge, and I'm going to, ooh, he doesn't want to stay, turn this over. And then you just want to line up like so, and then I'm going to add a post-it note, which you don't really need to do, but I just want to make sure that it stays in place. And then I am going to pop Santa through my big shot. Now I'm going to go off camera, so I shall see you in 2 jiffies. So I just run this through the die cut machine once, my big shot, and I'm going to take this off, and there is Santa. And that is gorgeous. And again, you could use your cutting machines, and you could also fussy cut. This paper is gorgeous, and it gives you quite a lot of options of different things to fussy cut. So let's take this away. So we have Santa, and then some of the other shapes which I have pre die cut. So we have got, let's bring these out. Not sure whether I'm going to use them all or whether I'm just not going to, but we have got Santa, which we just cut out, and we've got elves, we've got Mrs. Santa, and then we've got the green elf here. Then we've got the signpost, and then the presents. So I'm going to add Santa to the box first, and again just use your glue of choice. I'm just adding him like so, and then I'm going to bring in the elf. Just add him there. And I'm going to get out for Mrs. Santa and add her there, and then we're going to go for the elf. And I don't think I am going to use these, but I'll put them to the side. So I might use those on a card. So there is another elf, and I should have realised something, which I didn't. So let's try again. So I'm just going to pop these off. The figures, because of the depth of the lid, and I have tried it with a thinner lid but didn't work so hot, so I'm just going to pop these off. Need to be close to the bottom of the box. So this is so, that, let's see, let's get this last one off. That's so that the lid doesn't cover them up when it's on. So there we go, we've got the box and the figures, and that's not covering up the figures. So the last part is to add a bow on the top. So I have taken the textured weave ribbon and I have tied a bow, which hopefully shouldn't be too difficult. I do tend to be a bit fussy with bows, but that will do because this video is getting super long. So I'm just going to cut that bit off for a second, and then I'm going to so you need to make sure that your scissors are super sharp for this ribbon, and then I'm going to do the same again on this side. So there we go, we've got a bow to go on the top, and that still doesn't look right. Do you ever play with ribbon so much that you end up with a really random bow? Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is to take a glue dot and add that to the back of there. Oh, it will stick. I think I've got gremlins today. So we have it a little bow on the top of the box. Let's just move all this out of the way. So here is box 1. And here is box 2. Aren't they cute? Let me know if you've got any questions. I'm sorry for the length of the video. Thank you for pressing play on the video today, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thanks, bye.